bringing us sort of, I guess, more up to date. So please tell me this book isn't out, because otherwise I haven't done my due diligence.
Not out. It's not out. October.
October when? The 14th?
October 14th. Yeah.
Okay, good. I can relax now, because I was like, I was just like, Waterstones said coming soon, and Waterstones seemed like a staple of British sort of literary commercialism.
Yes. No, you're all right.
Okay, good. Right. Well, let's get into it then. So this is now, tell me if I've got the order wrong. So this was a play that then you've turned into a book that is now being made into a film called Instructions for a Teenage Armageddon.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah. So we did a preview run of this play that I'd written as a joke that I didn't think anyone was ever going to see, and then randomly ended up getting put on, which was essentially all about a teenage girl's experience and wanting to put them front and center, because so often in theatre, teenage girls are side parts and the stories don't revolve around them and sort of their lives. So we did a preview run, and then we were meant to go back on somewhere else, and then COVID happened. So we are going on again, but not until theatre is fully kind of, back. And then, but it was when we were doing that preview run that I was introduced to my now literary agents at WME, that sort of said, how would you feel about doing a book, turning this into a sort of non-fiction guide for teenage girls to how to survive their teenage years and how to get through them. So that's what we ended up doing over lockdown, was that we wrote this book and kind of created this thing, and then kind of, I don't quite know how it happened, but then there is now a film, and I don't know how, I can't remember how that process came about, but we've been filming this sort of hybrid feature version of the play, which is really exciting.
So the play and the book share a title, but the play is a work of fiction, whereas the book is partly written by you, and you've curated it as well.
Yeah, so we have, so it's like an entire guide that has lots of different sections. So we have, so we have contributors writing about different topics, from like mental health to body image to, staying safe, to boundaries, to consent, to all these kind of important topics. And then we have sections that are like 10 top tips for surviving certain experiences that you'll have, and kick-ass profiles of women of note that we think everyone should know about. And it's all in this sort of big bundle of guide of female empowerment, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That sounds great. So who did you approach, or are you not allowed to say at the moment? How did you approach them?
Gosh, that was really, do you know what I found? Everyone that was approached about it was so lovely and kind, and was so open. And the real issue was, and I don't mind saying this, was people's agents that were in the way, people's teams. And it was really interesting as an actor, because obviously you only have your agent as an actor that you deal with on an acting side of thing. And then suddenly when you're approaching agents going, could you ask so-and-so? And you sort of see the other side of things for the first time. Like, I got to see how agents work, and some people had absolutely lovely, brilliant agents that were so great. And other people had agents who were, not so nice. And that was really interesting. And I think it's, as an actor, that's kind of interesting to know how you're represented when people approach your agent about things. So yeah, we've got like Sarah Pascoe's written an essay, and people like, we've got a lot of, so Summer Sarah, who created Everyone's Invited, which is the campaign to stop rape culture in schools. We've got a lot of activism within the book, kind of, because the whole thing is centered around like empowering teenage girls to know that they can change the world and they can do what they want with their lives. So that's kind of how that came about. But no, everyone that we approached was so kind and lovely once we got to them. That's what I'll say. Once we got through,